Hi guys, and welcome to my first ever video for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. In this one I'm going to show you guys where you can find what I consider to be probably the best pistol in the game right now. And no, you'll be happy to know it isn't the liquid cooling. This weapon is called the Ruby Spite and can be found from the Obelisk boss, the monstrous shroom, in the Weep Wild Dankness, and I'll show you where that is on the map in just a second. I think this weapon is absolutely flying under the radar right now due to the hype with the liquid cooling, and I want to show you guys just how effective and powerful this weapon really is. The Ruby Spite is a legendary pistol manufactured by Dahlia, which is locked to the dark magic element. This weapon fires in bursts of 3 and has a mag size of 10, but due to my Spore Warden skill tree, my mag size on this weapon is slightly increased when using it. This can also roll with a higher mag size of course and other stats dependent on the weapon parts that it rolls with when it drops for you in your game. The red text for this weapon reads Death Fulfillment, and I have no idea what this refers to, but when I think of Ruby I either think of the Moxxi weapon Ruby from Borderlands 2, which had healing capabilities just like this gun does with its dark magic element, or I think of this as a reference to Ruby's Wrath in Borderlands 3. So on the map you want to head to the Weep Wild Dankness and you want to go to the fast travel point known as Busted Ass Ruins, and then follow the route that I take to get to the obelisk. I did finally manage to get this weapon to drop from the boss, but I was having a really hard time getting it to drop, just so you guys are aware. I do have all 260 loot dice and I've done loads of things to improve my loot luck, but I was having a really hard time finding this. I think it took me like maybe an hour and 20 minutes to get it. Now you can see me using this weapon in the footage on screen, and in my opinion this is one of the greatest mobbing weapons I have found for my build, which is insane because my build is a cryo build that isn't even optimised for dark magic usage, so I can't even begin to think how effective this weapon could be on a character who is built entirely around dark magic. So what this weapon does is it shoots a spread of 3 crossbow bolts when you fire it, and the spread is very wide, so it's better to be up close and personal with this weapon in my opinion. After you get a kill or 2 with this weapon, this is when the gun really starts to shine, because what will happen is your fire rate will begin to increase by a huge amount and the bullets will start to home in on nearby enemies, meaning you barely even need to aim and it will just dominate a large group of enemies. When combining this with playing the angles in the Spore Warden skill tree and allowing the ricochets to happen, it just means that I'm getting so much damage and melting the mobs all around the area, as you can see on screen right now. One drawback to this weapon is that you need to get a kill or 2 with it first before the special effects start to kick in, which is why I do not recommend this weapon for a single target bossing. It's just not going to be very useful for you unfortunately, because you're going to have to kill a few mobs first before you can get the effect going. And if you can't manage to keep the kills up, the effect eventually wears off, which is why it's great for large groups of mobs. In my own personal opinion, this gun is superior to the liquid cooling, thanks to its healing properties with the dark magic damage, especially with a build like mine that has absolutely terrible survivability. But I also just think it feels fun to use. I don't know about you guys, but seeing the liquid cooling in every build right now is just getting a bit boring. And I do use it on this build. Obviously this is a cryo build, but I have been using this weapon more just for mobbing, because it just feels good to use and it just feels nice to use something different than the liquid cooling. Like I say though, it won't come in much use for bossing unfortunately, unless one of you guys can make a good use of it with a build different to mine. Like I say, my build isn't remotely dark magic oriented, and this weapon is still absolutely shredding through enemies on chaos level 20. That's going to be all for this video guys. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, do be sure to let me know your thoughts on this gun down below. Drop a like on the video and consider subscribing if you are new to the channel and want to see future Wonderlands build videos and guides. I do also stream over on Twitch at twitch.tv/menthex, and it would be great if you could stop by if you did enjoy this video. I do apologise, I have had COVID recently, so I am currently recovering from that, but this is my first video in a while, so hope it went well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
you.